to listen to it in the background.
And there's nobody home.
Give it time. Hi, Nancy.
Hey, welcome. Good evening, Kim.
Good evening, Kim. How are you today?
Hi, Tracy. Hi, Nancy. Hey, Amber. We're all fine here, Kim. Thank you. Hi, Marianne. All
Right. Try this on. Yeah. Right. Let's all begin. If you're ready, then. Okay, one on here. Hi, Alison Plumley. How are you?
Hi, Sharon. Hello. Hi, Susan. Of course you can join.
The wrong one's good.
Right.
That one.
A very good evening to everybody out there. Thank you for joining us. Tonight, we would like to welcome you to a Double Trouble special, as we have the very great honor of joining us tonight is Little Miss Mischief, all the way from California in the US of A. And Little Miss Mischief is...
Yeah.
Yay!
Hi, Little Miss Mischief.
I'm trying to be here. I am trying to be here. I'm having a rough go of it this morning, but even those of us with good connection to spirit have rough days, and it's just how you handle it. So I am here, and I'm looking forward to all the questions and everything here tonight. So I may have to get the boys to pick somebody for me for a minute or two, because I'm still trying to get my secondary devices in so I can see the lobby as well as the chat at the same time.
Excellent.
Everything on the chat should be on one of your laptop or one of your devices.
I only have one working right now. I've got 3 devices in front of me, and I have one working right now. So I'm working on the others in the background.
Okay.
So 1 out of 3 ain't bad.
Right. First thing we'll do a card for.
Okay.
Yep.
Guys, go ahead and open it up, and I'm gonna ask Sharon Furness and Susan Dorrington to think about 2 questions.
Coolio. Right.
2 questions they can get a yes or no answer to.
Yeah. Now, how appropriate is this opening group card?
Yes.
It's the Angel of Harmony.
Yay!
Yeah, an Angel of Harmony. It says, I am living in harmony with universal laws. I am creating harmony at each moment of my life. To be in harmony with the universe is to live in tune with joy, love, and spiritual power. As we learn to live in tune with the universal laws, we realize that we are an inextricable part of nature. People who live together in total support of each other open the way so angels, spiritual energies can flow in their lives and bring harmony. So there we have it, folks.
Yeah.
That is our opening group card for everybody here today.
Yeah. Kim and Susan, we're on about 4 different platforms. So if you want to go and look around, because we're on Double Trouble at Home, we're on Paul Luke Guichard, we're on Buy Me a Medium, YouTube. So we're on all those platforms. That's probably why you're probably not seeing many people. That'd be what I'd suggest. If you go and hunt around on your Facebook and that. Kim's just found us. Fantastic. What did you find us on, Kim? So then I can let Susan Doddington know.
Telephone directory?
Could be. 118 118.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, for those of you who don't know, I'm Luke.
I'm Paul.
And together,
I'm Lynn.
we are your little Miss Mischief. Is that what you're saying? I can't hear you.
Yeah.
Oh no, am I talking too low today? I'm Lynn. I am Miss Mischief most of the time, but Mischief is around me today, it looks like. I got gremlins in my devices.
So together, we are Double Trouble and Little Miss Mischief in the house.
Yes. And there is a stars thing on there. If you do want to give stars, you can do. If you don't, then you don't have to. Or if you want to give a donation by PayPal, we can sort that out as well. So it's up to you, Lynn, if you want to.
Let me see if I can. It says join the chat. Okay. I don't know if I can do that or not. Let's see. I just got booted again, didn't I?
I'll put that one first. She's the best one, won't she?
Okay. I just got booted again. Okay. So I think I can put this in here now. I don't know. Helps if I put the right one in.
What names did you call in?
Sharon and I believe it was Susan.
What, Sharon Furnace?
Sharon Furnace and Susan Dorrington.
Right.
Yeah, just type in the question and I will, it needs to be a yes or no question. You can have up to 2 questions.
Right. I've got a question here from Susan Dorrington.
Okay.
Question 1 is 33...
Oh, she's gone again.
Oh.
I'll try and pin that question up. So you know how to do that, don't you? And I will be going with...
I keep hitting the wrong button or something, trying to get from the content or the comments to the screen. I've got a second device working now, so now I should be okay. Now I can see the comments and I can see the screen. Okay.
Okay. Right. We've highlighted Susan Dorrington's question for you.
Is 33 Cross Hills Road right for me? So you're asking, Susan, if you're have a move coming up and if that's the right home, I guess, to look at. And I'm going to start with the second question.
Right,
okay?
can I pick my colours first?
Oh, yes,
someone
please
says
do. Please do.
yeah. Nancy Sherman and Valerie Griffiths. Could I have 3 colours from you both, please?
And we've got.
Can I just ask people to wait for the questions till the names are called, please? Because it will confuse Lynn. It will confuse us.
It'll get confusing, guys. I'll call you between as soon as I finish with the first 2 people, then I'll ask 2 other people for their questions. But Paul needs to get colors right now, so we need colors coming up from the people he calls.
So, Nancy Sherman and Valerie Griffiths, please. 3 colours. Hi, Ali Wright. How are you? Haven't seen you for a while. No problem, Sarah. No problem at all.
And we have a Sharon. There we go. A Susan Durrett from Oklahoma.
Wow.
Oklahoma. That's a musical, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm still waiting for Nancy Sherman and Valerie Griffiths. No one's coming up for me yet.
Yeah.
And Valerie.
Sharon.
Question. Will things start getting better?
Will I see that again?
Who's that from, Sharon?
Sharon Furnace.
Yeah.
Question 1. Just pick Q1. I see that again. 2.
I've got that one.
Things start getting better. Okay, okay.
Well, if they're not going to answer me.
It's like the chat seems to be frozen.
No, it's going up all right on here.
Okay. Oh, I know what it is. On this one, the main one is all the chat, and on the device that I got to finally open, I've only got the chat from a Double Trouble at Home, I think.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. The
Yeah.
main device has got them all on, all the questions and that.
Yeah.
So you'd have YouTube on there and Facebook.
Susan, I do not do health or financial questions. I am not a doctor. I am not an accountant. I can barely keep my checkbook balance. So I avoid those questions strictly because that is not my area of expertise. And even though Spirit can give answers to those, I do not feel comfortable giving answers to those questions. So if you want to ask like some version of is everything going to be okay for the next 6 months, and leave it at that, then I can get a yes or no answer for you on that. But then you still have the ability to change things. Okay. Sorry guys, I just happened to see that she was asking about health and financial questions. I don't do pregnancy questions. I don't do financial questions of like, am I gonna have to go to bankruptcy court or something like that? And I don't answer legal or health questions, but I do answer general questions. And I I don't do relationship questions a lot of times because the other person isn't here to get their input from. So, but I go where spirit guides me, and if spirit gives you that kind of answer, I will let you know.
Right, okay. Sarah Jane Osborne. Can I have 3 colours from you then? Because the others seem to have disappeared. And Annie Lee McGowan. McGowan. Can I have 3 colours of you, please, Sarah? And also Anili.
And guys, if I can interrupt,
Oh.
if I can interrupt for just a second, Sharon, your second question, I can't get a yes or no for that because that's a win, and I don't do timelines with the pendulum. It needs to be yes or no.
Yeah, could I have 3 colours of you, please? Hi, Terry Louise.
And hi, Tanya. I saw you come in. And Carolyn.
Hiya, Tanya. Green, blue, yellow. Okay. If you want to go now, then Luke will go after.
Okay. I'm sorry for all the confusion tonight, guys. I really am. I'm the scatterbrain one tonight.
No worries.
This one is John Robert. And I'm going to see if I can sync everything up. I'm going to leave the comments here for a second and just go to where I can screen so that I can make sure that you all can see. I'm going to set my elbow on the table so you know that I'm not moving things. Okay. And I think that comes out kind of clear right there. May have to turn on more light. So Susan, your first question is 33 Cross Hills Road right for me? Now I'm going to ask John Robert if he's willing to help us tonight. John Robert, are you here today? And he's going to give me my yes, and my yes is a circle. And then I am going to ask him to show me his yes. And we're going to see if he's going to use my yes or if he's going to use his yes. His yes is usually a straight line. And he is going to help us today. John Robert, just so I know, what is your no going to be today? And he's going to use a reverse circle for no today. Okay. So, John Robert, Susan would like to know if 33 Crossroads or Cross Hills Road is going to be the right move for her. And Susan, what I'm getting from John Robert is yes, if you want it to be. He's got a little bit of a side mark on it. It is what you make it, but he is giving you a yes that it is a good, it looks good for you. I don't know if it's going to be within your price range or something like that. I get the feeling like it might be a little bit out of your price range, but it is a good move or a good investment is what I'm being told. And I'm being told that by Spirit, not by John Robert. John Robert is just saying, yes, that's a good move for you. And then the second question you had was, will your retreat be successful? Will the retreat she's going to take be successful? Okay. Now he's got a little bit of a loop to this. It means it doesn't just go straight back and forth. It's got like a tiny little circle to it, but it's mostly back and forth. So this tells me that, yes, it will be successful, but you will have to work on it. Okay. There will be work for you to do on this retreat. And it will be as successful as you make it. Okay. And if I have time, I'm going to pull you up a card real quick. Pull you up one of these. Oh, if I can get it open. There we go. Sorry, I don't have them all laid out today yet. Let's see. Further insight for Susan. All paths lead home, Susan. Inner authority, your intuition, and turn your gaze within. So this is telling you to work from within your intuition, within your gut, work from your heart and your desires, okay, to manifest and achieve those things that you are hoping to get out of the retreat, out of life, out of the move. But all paths lead home. So you are on the path to home. Okay, that's what I'm being told. Trust your intuition, trust your inner authority. You are the one who makes the decisions. You are the one that brings things into being. Okay, that is what I'm being told. And as with anything, if the answer to the yes, no questions don't necessarily resonate with what you thought you wanted to hear or what you thought you would get, there is always free will, and we can make changes and adaptations to try to get the outcome we're hoping for. So then I'm going to answer Sharon. Sharon, did you have a second question or just the first one? Oh, Susan, on that, the retreat you want to open, that's why it says you've got work to do. That's why it will be as successful as what you put into it. So that's why I had that little loop that showed me that there's possibility that it might not work exactly the way you want, but it will work the way you want if you put the work into it. Okay. So make sure that you know that you have to work for your goals. Okay. Let's see where we're at. And then I've got Sharon, and I saw Sharon's question. Sharon, did you just have the one question or did you have two? I'm going to head and answer the first one. I don't have the second one in front of me. I've lost the second one. So let me see if it's over here. Give me just a second. Bear with me, guys. I'm trying my best to keep everything together here, and I'm losing stuff. Oh, anything at all? Okay. The question should be yes, no questions. So I can pull you a card instead of doing a yes, no question. So that's what I'll do for you, Sharon. First one is, will you see your daughter again? So let me see. Okay. Steady. And hopefully you can see it. And hopefully I'm not too frustrating here. There we go. It's right over here. Okay, so John Robert, will Sharon Furness see her daughter again? Okay. Thank you, John Robert. Okay. Sharon, in answer to your first question, at this time, it is not really likely. I do have a little bit of a back and forth, which means that you can work on it. You can get it to happen. But right now, if you took no action at all, you would not be able to see her again. There is work that needs to be done. I'm going to pull you a card to give you more insight onto that and to hopefully answer your second question. Excuse me. I am so sorry about that. Two cards. Double mission. I'm going to start with this one. Okay. Okay. With this card right here, this card is deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. And what this is saying to me is that you have definite healing that needs to be done, and not just on relationships around you, not just on interactions that you have with other people, but you have a lot of healing that needs to be done within. Spirit is telling me that you really need to look deeply within and do some work on you. Okay. There's a lot of physical and emotional healing that need to be done. There's a lot of areas where you need to work on healing old wounds and healing yourself so that you're not letting the past impact your future. Okay. The second card that came out for you was double mission. It's about being a light worker and a star seed, and about serving the world just by being you. So I feel like once you do that healing, okay, that will bring you a deeper connection to spirit, and that will allow you to be a worker of light. That means you help heal others, you help to do for others, and you serve the world by being you. Okay, those are the two cards that came up for you. I'm hoping that that resonates with you, Sharon. And I wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And now I'm going to pass it to Luke, and I'm going to see if I can see the. I'm going to see if I can see the chat. There we go.
Okay, right. That was exciting. Thank you very much for that, Miss Mischief.
You are so welcome. I appreciate it. I saw Terry Louise had already posted a question, so I'm going to go ahead and take her question as first person. And Don Thomas, if I could get you for your two questions. And then thank you so much, Luke, for letting me jump in here. And
you're very welcome.
I do appreciate it.
Right. I'm going to read with Sebastian. Sebastian was the first crystal I was ever given on my 9th birthday. So he's going to open for tonight with me. So if I could ask you to post your names up with Crystal or Sebastian, so that I know that I know that I can come to you. And tonight, my guide Tonka, thank you, Tonka, will be the one helping me select the individual to read. So let's see where we're going. Right. I can see your flashing star now, so wherever you stop, that's where we'll go. And he stopped at Mariana Harris. Mariana Harris, I am coming to you. So if you could just give me a yes, please, or a thank you, just so I know I got your permission to read, that'll be grand. Thank you, Mariana. Right, here we go. Okay, Mariana, I'm being shown an image of you, and you are sat at what I would describe as like a bistro bar. Okay, it's a bistro bar, and that is like a coffee shop that also sells alcohol, like small beers, and you're sat outside on a covered outdoor seating area. And what I can see is it's like a 3-seater table. And I can see you sat down, and it's like you're looking out, and you can see all the rest of the pedestrians walking by on the pavement, enjoying the sunshine. And I can see next to you in a seat, I can see a person in spirit. And the manner in which they are sat is as though they're looking almost directly into your face. Okay. Now I'm seeing them as a yellow hazy outline. So that's not determining to me whether they're male or female at this point. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to get my guide to allow this individual to come through the portal so we can actually have a chat. So if you wouldn't mind, please, Tonka. Okay. Right. Okay. Right. As this person comes forward and I can feel their energy touching me, and literally they're walking into my skin, I want to say this is the energy of a male person. Okay, a male person. And I want to say that this particular gentleman is not massively tall. So I'm 6'1". So I want to say this person is around about 5'8", 5'9", perhaps at a push, depending if he's wearing socks or he's wearing shoes. Now, he comes across as feeling like the same build as me. Now, some people will say I'm skinny. I just like to say I'm slim. So I'm looking at a slim person, but they've obviously got a little bit more muscle than me, because my weightlifting consists of a cup of tea, and that's about it. I do sense from this gentleman that he has been what I would class as a manual worker, and that is that he works with his hands, because he's doing a lot of this, and I feel I want to grab a hold of tools and start. I'm going to say at some point it feels like I'm building, but I feel like he was a bit of an artist in the sense that he could do so much with his hands that he treated his job like a bit of a work of art at times. And that doesn't mean it wasn't just moving coal from one place to another. I'm talking about someone who would like be a mechanic or a miner or a steel worker, someone who needed their hands to do their work, and not someone that sit at a desk and move a paper clip from one side of the desk to the other and then knock off. Okay. And I want to say I feel with this gentleman, if I look at generation 1 being yourself, if I go to generation 2, that's mum, dad, uncle, auntie. I want to say that generation 2 to me seems to be fitting well with this. Okay. He's a gentleman that I'm going to say he comes across like a bit of an old school type chap, in that sense that he's not shy about saying what he thinks. Okay. I mean, if he wants to go and call a shovel, then that's what he's going to call it, instead of maybe being posh and calling it a spade. Right. He'll say it how it is. So he's not a sort of person that perhaps in today's society would necessarily fit in with his political correctness. Okay. He's old school. He says it how it is. These days, you have to sort of be careful how you say things, because people get offended at absolutely anything. But this guy, he just says it how it is. I also want to say that he does come across with a facade, so like almost like he's two-faced, right? There's a one face that he wears when he goes out and goes to work, and that's like the manly man type face, you know, hardened out exterior. But when he's at home, he comes across as a very gentle soul, someone who does have a lot of time for family, and family are very, very important to him. Particularly small kids around him. He likes to make a fuss about them. And yeah, he wants to be the favorite uncle. He'll sit down and he'll play with them. You know, he doesn't mind if he's got to play with dollies or he's got to play with a train set. You know, he likes to make the kids feel very important and part of the family. This is not a man who would accept charity from anybody. Okay, you mention the word charity when he's skint and he'll throw anything at you. But he would give, if he could, money to members of the family that were in difficulties. Like some people say, he would give his last shilling if it stopped someone starving in the family. But if he was in difficulty and you offered him a shilling, he's more likely to slap you than he is to thank you, because he's a very proud man. And he's not the sort of guy that would run off to a doctor when he was coughing and sneezing either. He's like, oh, don't want to bother him with this, don't want to bother him with that. And at times, he really should have gone and seen a doctor, because he really did need intervention from medical people, you know, at times. I do feel a bit of a tightness in my chest, which would suggest to me there was an issue with the chest. And I feel this is actually related to his work more than his lifestyle. But yes, at times people were actually begging him to go and see a doctor, but he just ignored that advice because A, he's too proud, and B, he feels like he's wasting doctors' time every time. You know, oh, it's just a cough. Oh, it's a sneeze. Oh, it's the common cold. It's nothing to worry about. In actual fact, it turns out it's something a little bit more serious than that. But, you know, he's one of these people that would probably die in his bed before he would allow someone to phone a doctor for him. Yet, I want to say he is a guy who's got a lot of love to give. And he draws very close to you, because he feels very much around you that you have been exposed to a lot of negative influences. And they've got the better of you on several occasions. And a lot of that is to do with your spiritual health. Now, as I get a vision in my mind of you, and I'm opening up your chest, I'm seeing two, what I'd call them Duracell batteries, really. And literally, they're knackered. And you take them out, throw them in the bin, recycling bin, right? And put some new batteries in and power you up, okay? Because what he's saying is, I can pour in as much love around you as I possibly can. Says, but you need to allow yourself to sit down and rest and recharge. And you're not doing that. You are, shall we say, you're not getting the proper amount of sleep, and you're not giving your body a chance to rest because you're too busy running around doing things and your batteries are just running down. So even if I was to put a solar panel on the back of your neck, it wouldn't be enough because you just won't sit down and rest. So he's literally saying to me here that he wants you to actually slow down, give yourself time to rest, allow time for yourself, because you're not getting the important part, which is the you time. You must make time for you and really reduce the running around. Because as soon as he mentions in my head running around, the first thing I actually see is a cartoon character called the Roadrunner. And literally it goes at breakneck speeds down this road, right? And there's this, I think you call it a coyote character, that's been trying to catch it for 30 odd years and never managed it yet. Okay? Well, Spirit is actually taking on the task of being like this coyote, and it's trying to catch up with you and say, "Hey, slow down. Let me catch you." So this is what he's saying to you now. He's sitting there, and he said to me, "If I could, I would nail her hands to this table just to get her to sit down and rest for 5 minutes." But Mariana, you know, joking aside, he really seriously wants you to slow down, take time out for yourself. You know, I mean, even if you've got to block a whole day out in your diary, have a day that's just for you and use it to rest up. Just to rest up. Never mind the housework, never mind all the rest of it. Just have it so that you can actually sit down and recharge yourself and just spend a little bit of time with Spirit in meditation. And even if you just spend it in bed resting up, that's even just as good. But he seriously wants you to rest up. You know, he's a nice guy, even though he comes across as a hard man when he's outside. But, you know, that's what he's saying. Take time out for yourself and enjoy it for yourself, instead of worrying about everybody else and doing everybody else's tasks. And with that, I'm going to leave his love with you now. I'm going to say thank you very much for the privilege of reading you, Mariana. And I wish you every success in finding that whole day, not 5 minutes, the whole day to yourself. Okay? And I'm going to hand you back over now to the lovely Paul. We like to call him the Lord of the Wax because, blimey, if you could see what he can do with wax, you'd be astounded.
Yeah.
Right. Fabulous. Absolutely amazing there.
You look, got a knife there.
Yeah. He's got everything in pictures, including the kitchen sink. So I'm going to say thank you very much. Love to you all. I'll be back shortly.
All right. Sarah Jane Osborne, please. Sarah Jane Osborne. Yep, you'll be next. Sarah Jane Osborne first, please. Right. What I'm seeing at you first is you have been in a right pickle, right muddle, and things have actually been like you've had loads of people around you, but you still felt alone and you've been a bit down from it. But I do feel like you have been running around quite a lot, if you can see here. Also, if you look here, there is also a dog coming in around you as well, and also a bird. So I do feel this is more of a parrot that's actually coming in, and someone's being a bit of a like he said, she said sort of thing, causing problems where they're actually coming in and actually like saying you said something and they're saying it's someone else, but adding a bit more on. And I do feel that things have actually got you down with that, but I do know that there is a lot of love actually coming up from Spirit down to you. And I do feel there is a lady on the mother side of the family that's, oh, you bought a puppy? Oh, bless you. Bless you. I do feel there is a maternal lady that's actually coming in around you, which is a lady of the mother's side. And if you look here, there's someone wearing a mask around you. And I do feel, don't take this the wrong way, that you do actually wear a mask. When you go outside, you're completely different to what you are at home. When you're at home, you drop your feet, you take your shoes off and you just fall on the settee, exhausted. But when you're like at work or out with friends, you're a happy-go-lucky sort of person. And this is how what I'm actually being told. Your second card, though, I can tell you, you have got a knight around you. If you look there, you see the knight. And I feel this knight is like a doorkeeper to you, keeping all the bad energies out and keeping a lot of things out that you don't really need to be in. I feel there's a lot of water also around where you live, and I'm actually being told this is where you'd be more easy to meditate as well, around the sound of water and things that are actually coming in around you. But this lady is coming in with so much admiration, but she wasn't always like this. 1 minute she'd be nice as art, but then the next minute it's a bit like mood swings as well. This lady had, and she's coming in and she's going that sometimes this is how you are. Sometimes you can actually be nice as art, and next minute don't go round there. She's in one of those moods. But joking aside, but there is so much love and healing is what is needed for you, of your mind, body and soul. I do feel that your heart has actually been broken, and this is where the murky stuff that is all coming around here, that there has been a broken heart around you, and things have really been getting you down. But the loved one spirit, and they're saying just ask, just meditate, just to ask, and they will actually come around you, and they will help guide you. It may not be today, it may not be tomorrow, but it will actually come. But also they're saying have a pad by your bed, and actually they're going to start giving you actual words which you need to write down, and they will actually come in, and in a week or two there will be the answers that you're looking for. And I'd like to know a confirmation on that, even when that does happen. And yeah, I'm going to leave that love with you, and bless you. Thank you for allowing me to do them for you. All right. All right. Right. Is it Amelia? Right. Is it Amelie or Amelia? Sorry, I'm rubbish with what? Amelia. Thank you. McGowan. Yeah. I hate saying names because I always. So Amelia, please. The next ones I'm going to be calling is Rosa. No problem. Also, if you want the cards, I do. There is a little charge for the cards, but if you don't want them after a week, I destroy them because they're only out for the people that I do them for. So if you do want the messages, and I'll be glad to actually. Yeah. Right, Amelius. Right, here I do feel like there's been a bit of calmness around you, but also a lot of healing that you've needed all around you, because I feel like you've been in like a cobweb, stuck in a cobweb where you didn't know where to go, what to do, or anything like that. And this is actually saying it was like you're stuck, you couldn't move. But I do feel that that you have got a spiritual, when you're doing your meditation now, I do feel that the spirit, your guides and that are actually coming in and breaking some of the cords that are actually around this web. And also I do feel the healing of the mind, body and soul, because it does feel like you've been going round and round in circles. I've got a gentleman here, and he looks quite young, coming in around you as well. And he's actually coming in just to let you know that he's got here okay. You was wondering that whether he got to spirit all okay. Sorry, I've got, because I keep on getting this thing on my laptop and it keeps on coming up and it's annoying. And I do feel that there are going to be a lot of new things coming on the horizon as well. But also with you, water. There's a lot of water here, and the brightness of the sun is actually coming down on you. Are you going on holiday? Because I do feel that you're going somewhere where it's going to be nice and hot, and that is like your calming place when you go away, just to leave everything at home. I do feel a baby in spirit as well around you, so I don't know whether you did lose a child, you know, through miscarriage, or because I do feel this child's actually coming in quite forcefully. Actually, he's actually being you've just been right. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Then, have you been getting headaches or something wrong with your head because of? I'm starting to get like the my eyes and that are starting to sting a bit, as if to, like I feel it's like from the eyes that you need to go to the opticians. I'm no medical expert, so this is what I'm just being told and being feeling. But I feel there is also a lady here as well, and she comes in on the father's side. So I would say a grandmother that's actually coming in around you as well, and she's actually coming in. She's quite a feisty woman. I wouldn't mess with her because she's actually, you will do this, you will do that, and she's actually saying, I'm hearing her say, got to back up your ideas. So your mum, right? Yeah, because she's quite a feisty. I wouldn't mess with her, and she's actually saying, back up your ideas. You will do things. There's something that you're meant to be doing, but you keep putting it off. You keep putting it off, and they're actually saying, back up your ideas and start doing it, because the longer it's there, it won't go away. So they are actually going to let you know that they are actually, you've got to back things up and start living and start doing things. I don't see a husband in there. If I did see him, then I would say, but this lady is actually coming in and more so around you at the moment. But also there is like a brother. Have you got an uncle in spirit? Sorry, I shouldn't ask, but I do feel there is an uncle in spirit as well, and he's actually coming in around you. But I don't think you really got on with him. Right, the young man, your husband. Okay, I will agree with you. I weren't being told that, but as you say, but also there is a gentleman here wearing like a Dame Edna mask. So I don't know whether the glasses, Dame Edna Edwards glasses. So I don't know whether that resonates with you as well, because of it feels like this was being done during a party or Halloween do, and they're actually saying this was a laugh that was always being played at. But they're saying this is what you need. You need a lot more. You need to start enjoying yourself, start living for yourself, and start being at one with yourself. Right, okay. Please try not to feed us, please, because we've just eaten, we're full. But yeah, what I've been saying is you need to start living and start doing things for yourself, because you've done things for everyone in your life. You've got to start doing for yourself. And when you go to buy something for yourself. Treat yourself, not everyone else, just treat yourself. And they will actually, there's going to be something coming in, but I do feel this medallion, a gold medallion being given to you from spirit, and they're saying this is for you and you alone. Don't let others walk all over you. You've done things far too long for everyone else. Now live for yourself, be yourself, and be at one with yourself. Everyone else is going growing up and all that, but you've got to start healing, because there are new things coming and there are doors opening which are here. There are plenty of doors open for you, and healing as well, because I do feel there's a lot of healing on the mind, body and soul all coming around you, and I'm going to leave that with you. Say bless you. Thank you. Right, Rosa, can I have 3 colours from you, please? And I don't know. Is Valerie Griffiths come back in yet? Okay, Lisa Marie. Oh, bless you. Bless you. Okay, thanks, Kim. Lisa Marie, can I have 3 colours from you? And 3 colours from you, please, Rosa. Yeah, can I have 3 colours from you, please, Lisa? And now Rosa, purple. Pink and, oh, blue, green. And at the end of this tonight, I'm going to be doing 2 big cards for 1 person here, and I will be picking the colours as well. So if you hold on, it could be someone who's already had a read, it could be someone that hasn't. Hold on, and we will sort that out. Now, here is the lovely Lynn to bring on her pendulum.
Okay. Now I have the questions from Terry Louise and Don Thomas. I'm going to pop out a chat, so I'm not going to be able to see the chat that's going on, but I will be able to at least see what I'm reading. I'm having trouble with my devices, so bear with me. Don Thomas, I'm going to start with you. And it says, am I going back to myself again soon? Okay, so this is Rose, and Rose asked if she could answer this question rather than John Robert. Okay, so is Dawn going to go back to feeling herself soon? Okay, so not at first, but eventually. So it's going to be a little bit longer than you would like for it to take. Okay, I don't know if you can see the pendulum. Let me make sure you can see the pendulum. She started out with a little bit of a no, but then she went to yes. So it will happen. It's just going to take a little longer than you would like for it to. It's not going to be quite as soon. And then is life going to get better? Is my life going to get better? So Dawn would like to know if her life is going to get better, Mary. And she is saying yes. And that's a pretty strong yes. So it is going to get better. I do believe it's going to take a little bit longer than you would like for it to. I'm going to pull you one of these cards real quick. Go with this. And we have, oh, this one is a piggyback card. This one is all past leading home, okay? Again, this is about trusting your intuition and your inner authority, doing what is best for yourself, and turning your gaze within, meaning look inside yourself for the answers that you are seeking, okay? and for that feeling better, look inside and see what kind of work you need to do to heal those energies within you, and bring that better feeling back to you, being back to yourself by trusting yourself, trusting your intuition. Okay. Um, Dawn, I hope that answered your questions and that it resonated with you. And I do see you over here, so I would be able to see your answer on my secondary device. And now I'm going to, John wants to do Terry Louise. Okay. Terry Louise, I hope you're still here with us. And Dawn, you are more than welcome. Thank you for letting me read for you. Terry Louise, you ask, will I ever own my own home? And I'm going to see what John has to say about this. Will Terry Louise be able to own her own home? Okay. Terry, with this one, I'm getting a maybe, because he's going back and forth, but then he's putting a little loop in it, like he's getting ready to say no, but then he goes back to yes. So that is a maybe. I am being told it will take much longer. Now I'm going to go ahead and ask the second question, which is life going to get better? Oh, no, no, sorry, I read the wrong question. Will I get my home myself? So Terry Louise would like to know if she's able to get this home all by herself, or if she will need help for it. So will she get this by herself? Yes. Anything else? Oh, okay. So Terry, this is saying most definitely if you get this home, it will be on your own. You will do this all by yourself, which I think is why you're getting a maybe on the will you ever own your own home. I think the reason you're getting the maybe on that is because you have some self-doubt and a little bit of trepidation when it comes to whether or not you can do it. What I'm being told, along with what John Robert gave us, is you will be the person that does this for yourself if you choose to do it. It is going to take a lot of hard work. It will be in a time when you feel it is right, and you will do this without consultation of others. In other words, you won't listen to others saying, oh, no, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. You're going to do this, you're going to do this on your own. That is what I'm being told for that. And I was told to get these cards out for this question, which is why I went with you separate and secondary. And this is the card that just fell out. And this relates to that, okay? Knight of Gabriel, confident, enthusiastic, courageous, charismatic, strong, determined, dynamic energy. Time to take action, great passion for your cause, instinctively knowing what to do. So it is time for you to start taking action towards your goal. If you really want that house, you need to start building on that for now. Okay? You need to start going with that now. And you know what to do. Fight passionately for this. If this is your cause, if this is the thing you truly want, fight passionately for it. Put your energy towards your goal, and you will instinctively know what to do. So trust your gut, okay? And I'm being told, don't share it out as you start to build up for this. Don't share it out with other people who are going to bring down your energy and bring down that desire to fulfill your goal. So you just keep plugging away at it, and it will happen if that's what you desire. Okay, and that's what I'm being told for you. And I don't see any feedback, so I'm going to go back over here real quick. So I may look strange in the picture here. It sounds like you. Yes, definitely. I'm glad that that resonated with you, Terry. I am so glad that resonated with you. Thank you for allowing me to read for you. And now I have my next two victims. Now my next two people that I am being told to call are Tracy Hand. Please come up with 2 questions, Tracy, if you're still here, and Allie Wright. Allie, if you're here. And I'm going to go ahead and ask Tanya Rideout to give me 2 questions as well, if that's okay. And then I'm going to turn you guys over to the amazing King of the Crystals, Lord of the Crystals, Master Luke.
Wow. Thank you very much, Miss Mischief. Bless you. Right.
Much appreciated.
You're welcome. I've selected Little Boy Blue here for the next crystal to be used. If I can ask for names up, please, for a crystal read. And Tonka will select someone who he wants me to read. Right. Okay. Right. I can see his flashing star, so that means he's ready to do the selection. Okay, he's stopped on Carol Moran. Carol Moran. I am coming to you, Carol. So if you could be kind enough just to give me a yes, please. Thank you. Firework display. Maybe even a fly past by the red arrows, just to let me know you're okay for me to work with you. Lovely. Thank you, Carol. Okay, let's have a look. See what we see. Right, Carol. I've been shown an image of you, and this image is showing you sat on a deck chair. Okay, and this is on a beach, and you've got the deck chair in such a way that you are on the very edge of the sand where the water is lapping over your feet. And I can see that it is a scorching hot day because there's people walking by and they look like they're cooked lobsters, so they've not been using much of a suntan lotion. And you're there with a very wide brim, floppy hat, dark sunglasses on, and it looks like you're actually enjoying a nice pina colada. So you're really looking well chilled out here. Okay. Now, the beach is relatively busy, and there's a fair few people walking past, and there's a fair few people in the water. And as I look straight in front, so it's like I'm standing in the sea here, and I'm getting my feet wet, my knees wet, and everything else is getting wet at the same time. And I'm looking back at it. What I can see stood behind you is a person in spirit. Okay. Now, I also can see, but I'm not 100% sure whether this is connected to you or not, but I can also see that there is a dog on the beach, and this dog is also in spirit. And the reason I know it's a dog is because I can make out the shape of it, and I don't think a person would be able to run and jump as madly as this particular dog can, but it seems to be enjoying itself as well. So what I'm going to do is ask Tonka if he can open the portal and let this person through. If the dog comes, fine. If not, that's also fine. And let's see who comes through. Right. Well, yes, I can hear a dog barking behind me, so it sounds like this dog is going to come through. Ah, right. And I can feel an energy coming in. Right. I want to say that as this energy comes forward and mixes with mine, and this individual is almost like they're trying to step into my body, I want to say this energy is very much female. This is a female's energy. And I want to say that this particular light is, I'm going to say, of a medium build, right? She's not skinny slim, and she's not, rotund, or full figured. She's about a medium build here, very much in proportion to her height. And I'm going to say that she's a bit of a small lady by today's standards. I'm going to say around about 5'6", thereabouts. And height is very subjective when it's someone standing in your skin. A very nice full head of silver hair. And as I put my hand through it, it's a full head of hair. I don't feel any excessively thin patches in it. But I do have this overwhelming urge just to keep smiling, constantly smiling. And saying so, I've got I can feel little dimples in my face, and I'm getting a reflection off the screen here of like really sparkling eyes. And I am very much I feel like when I say tactile, I'm very much hands-on, you know what I mean? Hands-on all the time. It's like, I'm a hugging machine. That's what I feel like. I'm a hugging machine, all that sort of thing. And I'm always, if I was sitting having a cup of tea, I'd be patting your hand like this all the time. Okay. And she is overflowing with this feeling of love. And it's like, there's no end to it. It's just continuous. And her way of like sharing this would be, a hug, a nice little cuddle, a tapping of your hands, reassurance of the hands, or your arm, and all that sort of thing. And it's not just with family. This is with anybody and everybody she meets. It's like, she's very much a hands-on person. And I feel like she was glued to you, because everywhere you are, and every image that she's giving me of you, she's there. And this is on the earth plane, and in the physical sense. And then after her passing, she's still there. It's like there's super glue joining you to the hip, if you know what I mean. It's like whenever you were going out, and I don't know a female couple like it, but I'll say it was a bit like Laurel and Hardy. You went everywhere together. You went to the coffee shops. You went shopping. If you went on the bus, you'd be sat next to each other. If you went to the theater or the picture house, you'd be sat next to each other. If you went for a cheeky meal out, you'd be sat next to each other. My cheeky meal sometimes ended up being the fish and chip shop, but you were always there. You were like a partnership. And I want to say that as she draws close to you, she's still got that overwhelming amount of unconditional love, and she wants still to be very much in partnership with you. You know, she enjoyed, that was a very important part of her life, was being surrounded by those that she loved. And in spirit, she still has that sense of, oh, what's going on? Let me pop down. And she very much is, wherever you go, she is very much there. There's a giveaway that is her way of letting you know that she's there, and that there's a smell. I'm going to say it's a perfume, you know, a perfumey smell. I don't know what this is called, believe it or not, because I haven't smelt this particular brand before. I'm very familiar with my mums and very familiar with my gran and my great grands, although they aren't here anymore. But you know, I know the type my mum, because she always sends me out to buy it because she's housebound. And this is something that she always had on her. It was the quick, and off she would go, you know, down to the shops or out in the garden. She always liked to wear it. She liked it. It was a way of, she had a standard, if you like. She had her standard, and she would always go out dressed to impress. So I'm not meaning she'd go and buy a new frock every 5 minutes to go downtown shopping with, but she would very much take great care in her appearance. She had to look like, wow, all the men are going to throw themselves at me now because I look I'm so fabulously dressed. But underneath it all, her clinginess, if you like, or her being next to you all the time. Outwardly, it was a show of love, but also inside, she was hiding a sense of loneliness, because things haven't been the same for her. You know, being on her own, change is very difficult to get used to, and she just needed the company. And because she enjoyed the company so much, and it was with a person that she loved so much, it gave her a new lease of life, a new energy, if you like, or as we would say in Scotland, a second wind. And you were a very important part of her life because you provided her that second wind. And she comes in very much to say how very grateful she is. I'm not going to say she was, how very grateful she is for you allowing her that second wind, and if you like, being her partner in crime and allowing her to get out and about and enjoy life. You filled a vacuum that she is eternally grateful for. And she's very mindful that with her no longer being around in the physical, that perhaps there is a sense of emptiness that she's left behind, like a vacuum. So she comes in to fill that vacuum for you, like you did for her when she was on the earth plane. And she comes close to you again because she loves you so much, and because she so much loved her days out with you. There was something that gave her a purpose. They gave her a purpose in life, and they gave her enjoyment in life. It was sometimes just mundane things, but the fact that you were there with her all the time meant so very much to her indeed. And oh man, she's given me an image of her dancing around. Now I'm saying, you know, boy, could this lady dance? And I mean, seriously, could this lady dance? Okay, and because she's showing me that I'm going, wow, if I tried that, I'd probably end up in hospital. But yeah, I mean, this lady can dance. That's as bad as descriptive as I'm going to get with that, because I don't even know what you would call that. It's like, yeah, she would have done well in Dancing with the Stars, I think. Also, I want to say that she is drawing back, but as she draws back, she's showing me a bouquet of flowers that she wants to hand over to you. Now, this is a bouquet that's going to take 2 hands, if not more, and it's so beautifully put together with a lot of pink roses, a tremendous amount of a multitude of different flowers, some of which I don't even know the names of. But the important thing is that it's been tied at the bottom with a pink ribbon. And on this pink ribbon, there's attached a very small card, okay? And it's written with such beautiful, I'm going to say old-fashioned handwriting, you know, sort of like a calligraphy style handwriting, but it's very beautifully written. There are 2 words, thank you. Okay, thank you. And this is from a mother to a daughter. Thank you. And again, what a smile. That smile would melt chocolate. And I'm going to leave her love with you and say thank you very much for the privilege of reading for you. Such a sweet, genteel, loving soul. Bless you, Carol. Thank you very much. And now it's my great pleasure to hand it over to the Lord of the Wax, the man who is a magician with wax, the lovely.
Right. Rosa, are you still here, Rosa? Because I did see something saying good night. Is Rosa still here? Yeah. So I think she's gone because I did see good night from South Africa. So right. Okay. Lisa, Marie. Right, Lisa. What I'm seeing with you is there's been a lot of things going on around you, and spiritually, I think you're starting to really open wide to the world of spirit and seeing a lot of things that you never thought that you would do. But also, I'm also seeing that there is a lot of love actually coming from spirit, but also the healing that you are needing. I do feel that the heart, mind, and soul are in need of healing. And if you look here, you just see here's all the spiritual and the pink and the blue as well, all around. And I do feel there's so many people all around you that are coming in for you from spirit as well, and they're actually coming in with a love and admiration for you and letting you know that they are there. I don't like asking questions, but was there someone you had an argument with and you never got to make it up with them? Because of I'm actually feeling that there's this gentleman that's actually coming in and actually saying, I'm sorry that we never made up before I passed. I'm sorry for how I was and how I reacted. Can you resonate with this, please, Lisa? Because of this is all I'm hearing at the moment. This gentleman's actually saying this, and I can only. Right. Okay. No problem there. Then, as long as you understand it, it's not for me to know anything. But I do hear him say that I know you are right. I know you're right for him, and I know you look after them. And also the second card here, your spiritual journey is really going some now, but I do feel you need to slow down as well. Here, if you look, the blood here, it's like someone's been a bit cold around you, and it made things feel awkward, and things are actually going to start warming up as well now, because I feel that you've actually managed to sort that out with what has been going on. But I do feel there are still some words that need to be spoken to someone, and I do feel there is a motherly link in spirit as well, who's coming in quite close around you. If it's not your mother, it'd be your grandmother. And if you look here, she's sitting in a chair with a cup of tea in her hand, and just yes. Luke just said it, and your nan, right? Because hearing Elvis Presley in the background, maybe I didn't love you, but not as good as I should have. Always on my mind. That is actually coming in around you, but this lady's got a lovely heart. Your uncle, yeah. Did he try to dress up and have the hairstyle like Elvis? Because I do see it's a wolf. I'm giving you a spiritual wolf around you as well. And see that cord there? This wolf is connected to you as a spiritual animal guide. Yeah, I felt that.
That explains why I'm getting Elvis.
Yeah. And this lady's actually laughing at it. I can hear her laughing in it, and yeah. So I was reading someone else's, but your spiritual journey is going really well, but slow down a bit, because things will just. You're wearing a wolf t-shirt. Get out of it. Well, that can't be. Hiya, Jeremiah. If that's not a confirmation, I don't know what is. Did you see that, Lynn?
Yeah.
Did you see that? I said
I
about
saw
the wolf
part of it.
wearing a wolf t-shirt.
Yeah, I saw part of it. Yes.
Yeah, she's wearing the wolf t-shirt, and I gave her a wolf in here.
Yep, I heard the wolf in there, and then I heard you say she had a wolf T-shirt on. That
Yeah,
is definitely
and
confirmation.
the connection is there as well between the wolf and her.
Now the question is the background on her shirt blue?
Mm.
Because if it is, that's definite connection right there.
Yeah.
And wolves are great to have around you.
Yeah, exactly. But just letting you know that there is a lot of love all around you, and I'm going to leave that with you. But just
And from Elvis as well.
And from Elvis himself, saying Thank you for allowing us to do that. Just remember, you're not alone. You're always, they'll always be around you, but also there are doors opening for you. So don't be alarmed. There are things coming into fruition with you, and doors are opening. Yeah. So who next? Oh.
An extra 15 minutes, probably. Slow down the start.
Yeah. Have you got anything at the moment, Lynn? Because of I need to look at names. I didn't really see names while I was doing the cards. I was a bit late doing the cards.
Yeah. Let me see. I'm gonna swap over to the chat here for a second, so I can see who's up on over here that I haven't seen yet. I do have a question from Allie Wright already, and I have 2 from Tanya. I didn't get a response from Tracy Hand, so I'm guessing she may have left. But yeah, I can do a real quick read for Allie and for Tanya if you need to pick 2 other people.
Yeah.
Let's see.
I don't know.
Carolyn, if you'll get me 2 questions, I will do for you on the next session, okay? Just come up with 2 yes/no questions. But yes, I was actually drawn to your name. I have you down here for next up. Let me see if I can get back. I just got bumped out. Hang on.
Can people start putting their names up if you want a wax card or anything, please? Hiya, Jeremiah. How are you doing, buddy? Device.
Am I back? There we go. I'm back now. Sorry about that. I hit the wrong button again. Allie, I'm going to go ahead and answer the one question that you had. Allie Wright, are you still here?
I've got the 3, if I can just say the quick colours, and Elaine Carney and Terry Louise. Can I have 3 colours from you 2, please? You can carry on now, Lynn.
Okay. Allie, are you still here? So I don't see any comments from Allie right now. If you see Allie's comment, can you guys pop it up on the screen for me?
Yeah, well, yeah, she's here.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Allie, your question was, is your brother doing as well as he says? I don't normally read secondary people, but since this is about your concern for your brother, I'm going to read it from that direction, from your concern from your brother, not actually reading your brother. Okay. And we'll see what Spirit says. So this is Mary, and I'm gonna bring this where you can see her, hopefully. Okay. Mary, is Allie's brother doing as well as he says?
Do the big ones. Do the big ones. Do the big ones. Yeah. Do the big ones.
Mary says he is doing well because she's got a yes. It's not a super strong yes, so he might be exaggerating just slightly, but he is doing well. He is doing well. I hope that answers that question for you. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull you 1 card, Allie, since you didn't have a second question, or at least not one that I saw. So I'm going to pull you a card, and I'll try to keep it along the same lines as your first question. And Spirit is going to dump a card or 6. Spirit dropped 3 cards for you. So that's your second question, which this is probably all going to be either related directly to you or to your question about your brother. Um, okay. This, I think, relates to maybe the past with your brother or what you were concerned about. This is cracked open, rock bottom, and surrendering to the alchemy of life. That means at some point he was very, very low. He literally hit rock bottom and was not able um, to bounce right back immediately. So what he did is surrender to the alchemy of life. In other words, he took small steps to get back to where he is now. This one I'm going to read for the second. This is the courageous peony. Now, a peony is a flower, okay? And it's a flower that blooms a little bit slowly, but after it opens up, it's just phenomenal. Okay. And there's many different varieties, many multifaceted. And that's the first word there is multifaceted. Unique nature and letting themselves be seen. So this is saying either to you or about him that you both are multifaceted. You both are unique individuals. Okay. It's time for both of you to be seen both by each other and by the world around you. You need to step out of that comfort zone. I know you have because I believe you've written a book. And that shows your uniqueness, that puts yourself out there and that lets you shine. And I believe that he is growing within himself and beginning to bloom in the state of life where he is at right now. This is activated earth, which is about power lines, ley lines, and trust where you're being led. You're both on the right path. He is doing what he needs to do for himself, and he will get there eventually because he is on that path. You are doing what you need to do. You are on that path, and you are taking it by leaps and bounds. You're just rushing and running as fast as you can to see what all is out there. Spirit is telling me for you, you need to slow down a little bit, though, and take in more of the sights along the journey. Don't rush everything so much. There will be time for you to enjoy everything. So take your time. Okay, Allie, that is for you. And then Tanya, Tanya, are you still here or did you bounce out? I'm glad I could help, Allie. Thank you so much for letting me read for you. And you do find it hard to slow down, which is why you have to deliberately and determine to force yourself to slow down. You have to say to yourself, okay, I know I want to get all this done today, but at the same time, I need to, take these little rest breaks and just kind of look at what's around me and what's going on and enjoy the beauty that's around me and all the things that I'm grateful for. Okay. You are more than welcome, Allie. Thank you again for letting me read for you. And I'm still looking to see if Tanya is here. And I think Tanya has bounced. Anybody see Tanya?
Yep, Tanya there.
Good. I've got such lag on my secondary devices that I am not seeing any messages until like 2 minutes after they're sent. There she is. Okay. Okay, Tanya, your first question was, will my real dad ever talk to me again? And that's when Mary decided she wanted to be the one answering the questions this session. So, will Tanya's real dad ever talk to her again? Ooh. Now, I'm going to ask a second question to get a little bit of clarity on this. Because I know what Spirit told me when I first read the question, but I'm also looking at what Mary's saying. And Mary's saying it's not likely, okay? but that it could still happen because she keeps going back and forth and switching around on me. She started out with a no, he's not intending to, or you're not intending for him to. But then there is a little bit of a yes that comes in. So there will be communication between you. I don't know if it will be directly spoken communication, but there will be communication between you. I don't think he's mad still. I think he is afraid to step forward. That's what I was told when I first saw the question, was that the chance for communication is there, but I feel like you're going to have to be the one that reaches out. Okay. And I will actually ask that if you will allow it. Is Tanya going to have to be the one that reaches out? And let me show you what I'm getting here, because I forgot to move the pendulum over. Will Tanya be the one that has to reach out to restore communication? That is a very strong yes. So if you want the communication restored, Tanya, you're going to have to do it. Okay. I don't think he's as mad as he was, but I think he is expecting an apology. I don't know what was said. I'm not asking what was said because that's strictly between the two of you. But sometimes we have to apologize for things we didn't really even do, or that we did as a mistake, or didn't mean to have the impact that it did. And we just have to kind of like say, look, enough time has passed. We need to be beyond this by now. And I really want to open up communication again. Because Mary is saying, yes, you can communicate with him, but it's going to have to be you that does it. Okay. And then the second question is, will my 5-year-old great niece get the diagnosis she needs soon? Now, I do not do medical questions, so I don't know about the diagnosis or what it will be, but I can tell you whether or not she will be getting one. Okay. Will Tanya's niece be receiving a proper diagnosis? Will they get the correct diagnosis? And Mary, with that, will she be able to get the help that she needs? And I am seeing a very strong yes. I don't know if you can see that, but that is a very strong yes. Okay, so there will be a diagnosis coming. It looks to be the right one, but I'm not a medical expert, so I can't be sure, but there is a diagnosis coming, and it will lead to her getting some help. Okay. Thank you for letting me read for you, both of you. I appreciate both you and Allie. Tracy didn't show back up, so I'm going to go with, and I believe I asked Carolyn. I'll have to go back and find her questions. But Carolyn Thomas, and I've got Marianne Harris and Carly Lou. If you are both here and have questions, you can give me 2 yes/no questions, and I will read them next time. And now for the master of the crystals, the king of the crystals, Lord Luke himself.
Okay, and this will be the last round of reads from myself, as our time is running short now. So names up, please, for the last crystal read, and it will be with Dark Messenger.
Mention about the card that I'll be doing.
And when Paul comes on after me, it'll be his last card reads, and then there'll be the surprise big card read by Paul straight after. Right. Where are we going? Where are we going? And All right. He stopped at Ali Right. He stopped at Ali Right. Okay, Ali. Dark Messenger. And let's see what we see. Right, Ali, I'm seeing you sat in front of I'm going to say it's a laptop. It looks like a laptop in the traditional sense. You know, it opens and closes and it's joined all together. And I want to say that I'm seeing 3 persons in spirit sat beside you, and they're all leaning in, watching what you're doing on the computer. I'm just going to get Tonka to open up and let them through. Right. That was quick. Okay. The first one that comes through, as he binds with my energy and steps in, I want to say that this is a gentleman, and this is I want to say it's a young gentleman. I feel I'm like late 20s, early 30s with this gentleman. And he is dressed as a Benedictine monk, and I've got a feather in my hand, but it's a feather that I'm writing with, and I'm seeing as I concentrate in my mind's eye, and I'm seeing a book in front of me that I am writing in. And okay, thank you. Right, now I understand. Right, this gentleman is a guide that is connected to you. He is a relatively new guide that's come in, and he is a guide that has been sent to you to assist you in your work. He is a scribe. He is a person that writes, and he is in the midst of telling a tale in this, I'm going to call it a ledger-sized book. Okay, and he's telling right. He's telling the tale of Saint Luke, the Gospel according to Saint Luke. So he is writing about the life and times of Christ as seen in the eyes of Saint Luke. And he's telling me, I've come in because you are in need of my assistance. He's here to help you write. He's a highly experienced person to write, and he would write and he would read what he has written to, and what it's showing me is like, I'm going to say, the poor and destitute around him, around the outside of this monastic building. So he's writing the story of Christ according to St. Luke in this parchment book. And then he's showing me sitting outside with people around him who are poor and destitute. And he's reading the Gospel of St. Luke to them. This person comes to you as an assistant in telling a tale, And I'm seeing, I'm aware of one you've completed, but I'm actually seeing 3 more, because he's writing in 3 different parchment ledgers, and he's pointing to this one, and then he's going here, and then here, and then here. So there's 3 more that are in, shall we say, in the air, in the atmosphere, are waiting for you to pull them in with your energies. So 3 more on their way. I also want to say that there is another gentleman comes forward, And as this gentleman comes forward, oh, right, yeah, I thought as much. Yeah, I can hear a motorcycle going. And he's coming in and he's all excited. He's excited because of the success that you are becoming. You are becoming a success in his eyes, and he comes in to celebrate. He comes in, and what I'm seeing is he's actually applauding you. He's actually applauding you. And he's saying, it's been a long time in coming. It's been a long time in coming. And he is applauding your success in having number one come out. And he's nodding to the monk, to this gentleman guide that stands with you at the moment. That the first one is like, wow. Okay. Wow. So he's very happy of your success. The third person I want to say is a lady. Now, this is a lady who's well into her years. So she's like reached retirement and like gone a lot further on. And she is a very gentle lady. She comes in. I'm going to say very petite, very genteel. And as she stands in front of me, I want to say that I want to place her, use generation one, mum, dad's generation two, grandma, granddad, auntie, and great uncle. So great auntie, great uncle in generation three. And she comes in and she's okay. Thank you. As she comes in, first thing she's doing is like feeling her touching my hand like this. And like she's leaning into my ear, because you know, I can see her out of the corner. She's leaning into my ear. What's that you saying, Dan? I always knew that the girls had it in them. They're ever so much better than the men in this family. Okay? So she's basically saying that girls are so much better than the men in this family. So, like, I know where her allegiance lies, right? And she's saying that so quietly. It's almost like she's whispering. It's like she doesn't want to upset anybody, but she's actually saying that the girls in the family are far so much better than the boys in achieving success. And she's quietly satisfied and, I'll say, enthused on your achievements. Oh, she really did like her mints, this lady, because she just popped another one in her mouth. So she comes in to give you her encouragement, like that you really stand out amongst all the members of the family, and you've just proven what she always believed, is that the women in the family will go much further in success in their lives than what the men would. And you're just fulfilling that, if you like, prophetic thing she's always said in life. I'm now seeing an image of her actually wearing the trousers. All right, well, she might have been a lady, but she was the one that was in charge. She's got the trousers on, so she was the one that was in charge. And although she was very genteel, or came across as a very genteel figure, she certainly had a lot up here, okay? A lot of wisdom up here, because every time she said something, it would happen without a shadow of a doubt. I'm thinking this lady had some connection with spirit, but kept it quiet in the sense that it was like prophetic knowledge this lady had. And anytime she said something, was going to happen, she was always right. And she comes in again, she's just tapping my hand like that and just reasserting the fact that I always knew the girls would go further in this family success-wise than the blokes would do. Okay. Wow, that's amazing, Paul. Thank you. So I'm going to leave all three's love with you. I'm excited what this scribe has shown me. Right, there's another 3 to come, Ali. Another 3 to come. Wow. I wish you every success with them and leave their love with you and saying thank you very much, Ali. God bless you. And
I'm not ready yet. So.
While I await, can I have another nomination, please, for the crystal read? You're very welcome, Ali. My pleasure. My pleasure. Right. Okay. Caroline Thomas. Caroline Thomas. Thank you. I'm coming to you. Right. Just give me a thumbs up, Caroline, that you're happy for me to read. Ooh. Right. Well, Caroline, I've just had a lady, an elderly lady, just come jumping straight out at me. Okay. Caroline, I want to say that I have a lady that's come forward with you, and she is very much. You're not little old you. You are a shining star, Caroline. That's why I am reading for you now. Okay, so I've got a lady that comes forward for you. And as she comes forward, I want to say she's a lady with a nice, I'm going to say a nice figure on her. She's elderly, but she's got a nice figure on her. And I want to be placing her around 80 years of age. Okay, she's got a lovely, short, but full head of silvery hair. She's definitely got all her faculties around her. I'm feeling a little bit unsteady in my feet, but I think, that's, it feels like it's to do with my knee. So I'm suggesting possibly this might be arthritis, but it's not stopping me getting out and about. And I want to say that she is one of these ladies that has got time for everyone. Okay, she likes a good natter, and when she gets out, she will talk to everyone and anyone. Okay, and I'm talking about she'd talk to the postman and keep him hold them up from delivering. If the milkman was there, she'd have a natter with him. Literally, anybody she met on the street, she'd have a natter with. So it would take forever for her to do any shopping. I'm seeing her in a coffee shop, and she sat next to you in a coffee shop. Okay, and she's saying, now watch what this lady does. And I was like, okay. And she's telling me to watch what you do in this coffee shop, right? So I'm getting this image, if you like, this rolling film image, like News at 10, this report coming through. in front of my eyes now. And what I'm seeing is you're sat there and you're having this cup of coffee and you're striking up a conversation with a gentleman who's basically sat on the opposite table from you. And she keeps saying, watch what she's doing, watch what she's doing, right? So I'm watching what you're doing, and this is what you're doing, right? And you're engaging this gentleman in just general chit chat. So he's kicked off a conversation with you. You know, the usual ones. Oh, it's a lovely day, fantastic weather. Yeah, well, the sun is shining, so it must be like in the middle of summer. You know, it's over 10 degrees, so we're in a heat wave here. And she's saying, like, watch what she's doing, watch what she's doing. So yeah, I'm watching. And what I'm seeing is you're striking up this conversation with this guy. Now, as he's talking, I'm seeing a lot of what I'm going to call black bubbles coming out of his mouth, like that. Okay. And you're nodding and you're shaking your head, hopefully at the right times. And then you are actually replying to him. Now, as you speak, I'm seeing blue bubbles coming out. Okay. And as they get across to where he is, he's breathing these in. And he's continually breathing this blue bubbles in. Now, I'm being told by Tonka that these blue bubbles are representative of healing energy. So what is happening here that she wants me to see and tell you is that this gentleman has approached you, you know, he sat down and started talking to you. And he's literally, within the space of 5 minutes, he is literally told you his life story, okay? Warts and all. He's got stuff off his chest, okay? And you have been a blessing to him because you've sat there and you've listened to what he had to say and you've replied. Now, the unique thing about it is the words that have come out of your mouth that he's inhaled are actually words of healing. Okay, now it might not strike you straight away that that's what it is, but the words that you're saying to him actually have been drawn into his body and have actually started a healing process in. So you're actually, although you might not necessarily be, you know, you might not necessarily be fully aware of the fact that you are a healer, but you are. And again, I'm seeing these blue bubbles coming out, and you know, she sat there and saying, "Look, watch what she's doing. Watch what she's doing. See, told you, watch what she's doing." And you know, she really does like to talk. And this guy's getting up and he's leaving, and he's a changed man because you have allowed him to offload all this negative energy, all his worries, these woes, these whinges and his complaints and all the rest of it that we all have, right? You know, moan about the government, moan about the benefits, moan about the pensions, moan about the weather. You know, we love to moan because that's what British people do. And you've allowed him to offload all of this. And you breathed in, but your words are words of healing that have come out, that have gone into him, that have touched where it needs to touch, and he has been, if you like, born, regenerated, refreshed, healed. And he goes off, you know, with a skip in his step. And this is something that this dear old lady, right, your mum-in-law, wants me to see. And she's absolutely fascinated by it. Absolutely fascinated. And it is a spirit-given gift that is so underrated because words that come out of your mouth, you might never ever know it, but you might actually give healing words to somebody who's on the very edge of doing something they'd regret, you know, literally, you know, a knife edge. And your words that are coming directly from spirit as they come out of your mouth change people's lives. And that is to be applauded. And this little old mum-in-law here, she is absolutely gobsmacked by it. And she's like giving it the old clappy hand to this. I told you, see, there's nothing wrong with a good natter. A good natter solves the world's problems. And she's basically saying, look, that's why I will talk to everybody and anybody, because that's what it does. with that, I'm going to leave her love with you, say thank you very much indeed, and I'm going to welcome back the amazing Lord of the Wax, whose pictures will go down in history as masterpieces, the lovely Paul.
What's he after? Right. First one I'm going to is Elaine. Elaine, are you still here?
Yes, yes.
I haven't seen her come up yet. Oh yeah, right. Elaine, I think, did I give you a reading yesterday as well? I'm sure I did, because the name rings a bell. But what I'm seeing here is, I feel growing up, there's been a lot of dark places, and your life has been a bit of a jigsaw puzzle. And I'll show you here, it's been like a jigsaw puzzle. But there is a young boy here, but I feel he was from carriage. I don't think he actually touched the earth plane. That's actually coming in around you and just being with you. There's also an owl, so I do feel that this owl is a protection of yours of a night. Also, there is a gentleman screaming, so I don't know whether you hear like screamings of a night or so, because I do feel that spirit have been trying to get a bit of your attention as of late, and it feels like some things you're not actually listening to. But also, I do feel that there are going to be a lot of new things on the horizon around you, and also things are going to brighten up. And I feel there's this lady actually coming in around you as well, and she's I'm hearing her say that's my girl, so it is someone on the mother's side that's actually coming in around you, and she's actually coming in and letting you know that she's proud of what you've done, and she's proud of you being you. Don't let people walk all over you. Do not let people try to get you to be something you are not. Always be proud of yourself. Be happy with you. And I'm also seeing a wolf around you as well, as a spiritual helper and also a protector. But also there's a lady here, she's got long dark hair, and it's like she's got her sleeves rolled up. It's like she's just going to start a fight or something. So I do feel this lady is always on your side, and she's always batting your corner. But she's just saying, keeps telling you, you are not alone. There are spirit people all around you. Even though you feel alone, you are not. And start listening a bit more to spirit, because we are trying to tell you things. We're trying to get things through to you. And I do feel that you do actually. Oh, Tracy, I'm glad you're in. I've been trying to get hold of you all day. I've been a bit worried about you today, but let me finish this first. I do feel that there is there's been a lot of things going on around you, and if you look, there's like a rabbit here or a hare actually biting through wire. It's like it's been like you've been trapped, and this rabbit's actually biting through wire just to get you out and start being being able to live yourself and being on your own, not being on your own, but being able to get places and that yourself. Also, it looks like there's a gerbil as well, so you've got quite a few animals around you, and I do feel that you trust those more than you do human beings. animals are the number one. You always look after them, and they will always be your number one priority. And I'm actually hearing, yeah, you do get more love and more affection out of animals than you do humans. Carry on doing what you're doing, and remember, and if you look here, there is a baby here who's, and now I understand this, trying to walk, and what they're saying is small steps at first. Do the small steps first, and then progress and progress. Things are going to be starting to actually appear, and things are actually going to be starting to agree with you. And I think I gave you a horse yesterday as well, because of there's so much you're carrying that you just need to release, and this horse is actually coming in, and no, it's a donkey, I think, that's actually coming in and actually taking some of the weight off your shoulders. But just remember, you are loved. There is a lot of people that try to hurt people, but you always see the good in people, which is a good thing, but sometimes it can also be a bad thing. But this lady says, remember, trust your instinct and trust your heart. They won't let you down. So I'm going to leave that with you and say, bless you. Right, I've got these ones. Then if you want to do your other one after that, then I'll do the big ones at the end. So I'll just do these two. Then
can I let Marianne Harris know? I cannot find her questions. I think she put them into YouTube, and I cannot find them because I don't have the comments from the YouTube feed, or I saw where she said.
Yeah, if she can write it down again, I can pin their comment.
Yeah. So if Marianne Harris could post her question while you're doing your stuff, that'd be great.
Right, Terry Louise, please. Terry Louise.
Thank you, Bob.
No problem. No problem at all. Hi, Terry. I know you are a very spiritual person, and I feel I have given you a reading going back a while ago. I do feel like your life has been quite a bit of a jigsaw as well, and I do think that there's been things that have been quite a mash up, if you understand that, because if you look here, it's all like mashed up and things. But there are people in spirit that are actually there's been a few concerns around the way you've been and the way things have been going. And there's definitely a lady here, and she's quite a smart lady, and she's actually coming in and letting you know that it's all right to cry. It's all right to do things that you need to actually do. All right. 1 second. Sorry. Right. Can you see that now?
I got it. Thank you.
All right. Yeah. And I do feel that this lady is coming in with a lovely heart and a lovely healing sort of voice, and someone you could actually be friends with and be at one with. And I do feel that things have actually started to progress, but you are actually starting to listen a bit more. And I do see there is 2 children in spirit, and there's also a lady here that's in spirit, and she's saying she's got the children. So I don't know. I do feel at least one of them was a miscarriage, but I do think the other one was actually touched the earth, what we call a bouncer. So I do feel that this lady is saying, I've got the children, I'm with them, and I will look after them until it's time to meet again. But I do feel you've actually been on quite a long journey, and it's been like an up and down, an up and down battle that's been going on with you, and things have been going on around your mind. That things have been really getting to you, and you don't know the answers, and you're asking spirit, and do you feel you're not getting the answers, or you're not hearing anything? And they're just telling me to remind you, the answers will come when it's your time. Thank you for that confirmation. But this lady is actually coming in, and she's got the children, so they're probably showing me how they passed, or yeah, how they passed. You know, one stillborn and one just born. But this lady here, I don't know who this lady is, and I'm trying to ask. Yeah, I know what a bouncer is. Oh, yeah.
Born and died shortly.
Yeah, it's what you said, like they're born and they pass basically straight after. So they touch the earth, and then they go back to spirit. Yeah, that is what a bouncer is. But there are so many spirit things actually coming in around you now, and I'm actually being told you've got to open your arms, open your eyes a bit more, but watch out for the people that are trying to cause the problems, because I do feel there are people around who really don't like this sort of thing. They try to cause problems and say things that doesn't really that's not really true, just to try and cause more problems. But I'm just hearing the lady say, follow your faith, be happy with who you are, don't let people judge you. As it does say in the Bible, he who judged throw the first stone. Oh, he is without sin, cast the first stone. Thank you, Luke. And this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to be quite nasty and not that good to you, but they're actually saying, you know, until they're actually perfect, then they can come to me. But until then, don't even try it. And that is what they're actually saying. Start looking up and saying, oh, well, that's it. No, you know, I know I'm good. I know I'm full of love. Shame you're not. So there. Yeah, that's another good one as well, Sarah. Yeah, but the love and the support is here around you. And I'm going to leave that love with you and say bless you. Go on then, Lynn.
Okay. I'm gonna go back over here so I can see the screen, see what I'm doing, because I can't be sure if they can see the pendulums. I'm gonna start with Carolyn Thomas. Okay, Carolyn, your question was, will I get a good sale on my house in this year? So, John Robert, will Carolyn's house get a good sale this year, 2024? Okay, Carolyn, there
We
is a
can't
little
really
bit
see
of
it, Lynn.
no, we've got it's got back and forth motion. It's not a full circle, but there is a little bit of a loop to it. So there is going to be some work you're going to have to do to the house to get that that good sale. I did shuffle a few cards, and did see in the Moonology cards a win-win situation going to come to you, but a win-win situation means that you have to compromise. You have to give up a little bit of the things that you want and give in to a few of the things the other person wants. And they have to give up a few things that they want and give in to a few things that you want. So there's going to have to be some compromising, but you both will get out of the situation what you want, the seller and you. So I do see that you will get the house will be sold. I feel like it's going to be more towards February or March of next year, not before the end of this year. But here again, if you do the extra little things that need to be done, you can hasten up the sale. The second one was, will I get to move in to and settle at the retirement village? So, John Robert, will Carolyn get to move? Oh, and I'm sorry, I thought you could see that, and you can't. There we go. There we go. Hopefully you can see that now. John Robert, will Carolyn be able to move into the retirement village she hopes to move to? Well, that's interesting. John Robert, will Carolyn get to move into the retirement village she hopes to and get settled in? I don't usually have him stand almost still. Will she get to move into a retirement village and get settled in? Maybe not the one she hoped for, but will she get to move into a retirement village? There we go. Okay, yes. We are finally getting a yes. So there is a retirement village, and I'm asking for further information. It may not be the first one you looked at or the one that you like the best, but there is going to be a retirement village. And the reason that he stayed still for so long is because it's not happening right now. It's not happening immediately. It's going to take time. So I think the spot that you were looking at is not going to be available when you're able to go. So you'll have to look at a different place. Okay. Let me pull you a card just to make sure on that. I'm going to pull Moonology and see what that says, because that's where I got your other answer from. And, well, we have two, if I caught it. I did not. Give me just a second. No, we have. Oops, no. Okay, I'm going to pull those two to the side. I'm going to take this one, which was separate. Okay. This one is advising you to balance spirituality and practicality. Okay. Find a place that feels right, but be practical about like the amount that it costs to live there. Okay. So you're going to have to maybe not take the best of the best that you really, really want. You might have to take a step back at it. Okay. But it is telling you you will find balance. There will be one that feels right, and it will fit into the categories you need it to budget wise. This one here, and this is full moon in Pisces. So again, this is like February, late January into February. Or no, actually, yeah, late January into the 1st of February. And this one is you and your loved ones are safe. So the place that you're looking at, you're just getting started looking at. Right now, nothing seems to fit, but it will get there. Okay. The place will be comfortable for you. It will be a safe situation for you. Nobody's going to be in jeopardy. And then this is new moon in Cancer. So this is something that you're going to be starting I'm being told by around June of next year. Okay, late May of June of next year, and that should that may be that you move to a different place, like get to one place in January and then move to a different room or a different area by June. So I do see a lot of movement coming up for you, a lot of change coming up. And I do see that you are going to sell the house, but there's going to be some things that have to be done that are like nitpicky little things. Um, and you just have to be patient because I do, like I said, I felt like it was going to be February or March before you got it all sold. So I do see that happening. And Carolyn, I hope that resonates with you. I don't have the chat up, so I can't see. Let me pull that up real quick and see what you had to say. And see if I can catch up here. And there, okay, makes good sense. So thank you so much for letting me read for you. I really appreciate it. And then I'm going to pull Marianne Harris's questions because she did put them back in here real quick. So let John Robert answer those. And then I will be done for the evening. Let's see. Marianne would like to know, will she find a new home this year? Lots of homes and moving this year in my questions lately. And Marianne, you have something similar. You have, yes, you will find, and I'm being told several homes. But I don't know that you will find the one that you absolutely want before the end of the year, or you may find it before the end of the year, but you will not have it closed on, is what I'm being told. But there is a very strong yes that you will find a home. I don't know if it will be the home. And in will you have a pet again? I had pulled up my animal spirit cards, and I did get indications that you would get another pet. It will come into your life. You just have to trust that it will come in its own time. You will find it. You will click. You'll know that that's your new companion, your new pet. And I'm hearing a bird chirp. So I don't know if you like birds, but I am hearing a bird chirp, and I also can hear a cat meow. So I don't know if maybe you're feeding a stray cat around your home or around the home that you find. But I do hear, I don't feel like it's an indoor cat. I don't feel like it's one that comes in and sits with you necessarily at first, but I do feel that you are drawn, or it is drawn to you. And I do feel like you're going to be feeding a stray. And I feel like you've got either lots of birds in the garden around you, or that you have like, it's almost like a pet parrot or a parakeet. Chameleon spirit. Okay, chameleon spirit says to act as if. So when we act as if, we change to meet our surroundings, and we change to meet expectations. Act as if you already have that pet. You know what you want. You want to manifest that. You want to bring it to you. I am being told rescue. And I could see little, like you putting little fingers inside the kennels and seeing which ones will respond to you. So I do see that you will probably rescue an animal in the near future. This is 5 because this is a 14 card that breaks down to 5. And in this case, I'm being told 5 is related. So it's either 5 weeks, 5 days, 5 months. I'm feeling more like it's 5 months. And I've got like this giddy voice in the back that's like, yeah, it's 5th animal. So you may not fit with the first 3 or 4 that you look at, but by that 5th one, they're going to pull your attention. They're going to grab your heartstrings, and that's going to be the one that really wants to be a part of your life. They are going to pick you more so than you pick them. That's what I'm being told by spirit. Okay. Um, You feed the pigeons in the garden, so that's why I hear the birds. Okay. So that explains that, and that there's a stray cat somewhere. I get the feeling he likes to watch the birds. He doesn't go after the birds, and I'm saying he, but I really think it's a little female. You might want to encourage her to come to you so that she can be fixed, so that you don't end up with lots of little strays. And I feel like you'll come across her in the next few weeks. So thank you so much for letting me read for you. I wish you luck with your new animal. And Paul, I'm turning it back over to you for uh, closing or your big cards that you've got, because I
Yeah.
know somebody is a winner. So
Yes.
winner of your chicken.
It is Kim Scott. Kim
Oh,
Scott herself.
wow. Go, Kim.
Yeah. So Kim, if I can do these for you. If she's still on.
I think she's still on. I haven't seen her in a second or two though. See.
Yeah, she's here.
And I
Right,
know I
Kim.
look like I'm not paying attention, but I'm actually reading on three different devices now. So
Right, Kim, from what I'm seeing here, there's been a lot of ups and downs, and a lot of commotions around with you. There's been a lot of tears going around and a lot of question marks as well that's been going around you as well. But things are actually going to be starting to open up for you. But the decisions that are in spiritual life and normal life, take your time. Do not rush into things. And this is what they're saying. Things are actually going to be starting to come to fruition more, and you are actually going to be starting to see a lot more things as well. I see a letter T as well, so someone with the letter T is actually coming in around you as well. There's also a gentleman actually in here looking down over you as well and watching over you as well from spirit, and I do feel like this is your it's your late husband that's actually coming in and actually watching over you, and it's him that's actually telling me that you've got to take your time and think of pros and cons, the pros and the cons and things. And it's been like you've been trying to climb a mountain and just getting halfway and giving up. And this gentleman here is actually saying, no, you've got to go all the way before you make the decision. So there's a lot of love actually coming in around you, and a lot of things that are actually you're questioning. And they're just actually saying, just be careful, watch what you're saying, watch what you're doing, but remember, take your time. Do not rush things too quickly. And listen to your heart and listen to your mind, because they will not let you down. I see a baby here as well around you. So I do feel that you did have a miscarriage going back, and I do feel that it was a little girl that's actually coming around. And if you look here, there's like a link between these two, and I do feel this link cannot be broken. And I'm trying to ask who it is, but all I'm hearing is friendship cannot be broken. Everything else can be broken, but friendship can't. And I don't know why, but I'm being given a padlock for you as well. So there's things you need to lock up and put away. But the darkness, I do feel, is new beginnings. And I do feel there's a lot of new beginnings spiritually that are actually coming in for you as well. I actually see a dolphin as well around you, and also an owl. So the night owl is actually watching over you and staying with you and keeping the protection. So as you know, owls actually stay awake overnight, and they're actually your eyes and ears when they're out. Watch out for people who's not being true to themselves as well as you. And I feel this is a friendship, not family friendship. There's someone around that's not being true to you. There is words that need to be spoken, but there is love coming so much from spirit that they're actually saying, and spirit are actually saying, you've got this, you know the decisions, but sit down and work the pros and cons. Do not just jump before you can leap. Is that right? Do not walk before you do not run before you can walk. I knew I'd get it, but just let things resonate, things that are coming around, and if need be, talk to some people, but just don't jump. And the love is here and will always be around you, and we will always be with you, and there will be something from spirit that is going to be shown to you. There is something from spirit. So it could, I don't know what it is. It could be a family member, but I do feel it's going to be a spirit entity that's actually going to be shown to you. And I'm going to leave their love with you and say thank you for allowing me to do these for you, and congratulations on being the big card of the night. Right, sorry, Jimmer, because Daddy's got to come here. Come on. Right. So, cool dogs. That's it.
All I say is, good job I'm skinny.
Yes. So, yes, right. Are you all right there, Lynn?
Little Miss Mischief, you've got a mischievous look.
I have something that I will do for Kim. After the broadcast, I will connect with her because I did pick up some things as you were reading, and I'm jotting down some stuff about it. So if that's okay, and I'm not stepping on any toes, Kim, if you'll contact me afterwards, I will get this for you. Okay?
It looks like we've got one of those ruddy things again.
Oh, do we have a scammer?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Here. This one here, I'll just put it up.
All right, let me. Yeah, that's what I thought. Yep, I do. I see that as well.
How do I delete it?
Yeah. Let's see.
User, that person has been blocked. Please do not
Okay.
fall for such people.
Yeah.
Yeah. There she is again.
They do tend to show up, don't they? See if I can go back in the comments here. Yeah.
Yeah, so I've just got rid of her.
Okay. Like I said, Kim, if you'll contact me afterwards, I'll show you what Spirit sent to me. And maybe we can talk with Paul and Luke about it. All right.
Well, we could do a video call with us, all four of us, if you want. afterwards.
That sounds good. That sounds good.
So what I'll do is I'll
Um,
contact you and Kim together.
Okay. I'll look forward
All
to
right,
it.
then.
I'll try to finish up what I'm working on before that.
Yeah. No worries.
That's not her.
Yeah, I know she's gone.
Right.
Yeah.
Everybody that has joined us this evening, thank you so very much for your time. We have overrun slightly, but we were enjoying ourselves so much, and you were such a fabulous audience that we added time on at the end just to make up for a few small technical issues that we had at the beginning.
Sorry, I'm the technical issue.
Yeah. It has been an absolute blast. So thank you all for allowing us so much time of your Saturday evening. To the ones who we couldn't get round to reading, we're sorry. We go where spirit guide us to, but we are always available most nights on our timetable. So please do feel free to join us on other sites.
Like tomorrow, we're on Prism of Light.
Yeah, and hopefully we may get round to you then. And a big, big thank you to Little Miss Mischief for all your hard work and joining us this evening. It's been very much appreciated. And there is some amazing
technical issues. I appreciate being invited. Thank you.
There's been some amazing praise and comments about your work with your pendulum. So thank you very much for guesting with us tonight and taking time out of your busy schedule.
And Tracy Boyle, I've been worried about you all day when I've been trying to contact you to see how you were. After last night, I really want to message you to see how you were this morning. So yeah, if you give us a private message and let us know how you are and that, I'll be grateful.
And a big thank you to our moderator for this evening, Kim Scott. You have done a fabulous job. Thank you for, again, taking so much time out of your Saturday evening to be with us. Your moderating tonight has been greatly appreciated, and we thank you sincerely from the bottom of our hearts. And all that remains to be said, I think, is look after yourselves and each other, and God willing, we shall all meet again very, very soon. So
we will be doing this again in 2 weeks' time.
Yes, Little Miss Mischief will be back in 2 weeks. So save up your questions for her. And it's been interesting tonight because Little Miss Mischief has been an estate agent really tonight, haven't you?
Yeah. And when
I've been giving real estate advice. I didn't even know I had it in me. That's another thing I'm not licensed for, but I do look at a lot of
maybe when we're away on holiday, Miss Mischief may even do some on her own on this site.
Yeah.
I have been invited, and I have been giving it great consideration, and I am hoping to have time to do at least a few while you guys are resting on the beach.
Yeah,
we'll be thinking of you.
That's okay. I've lived in California for 5 years now, and I still haven't set foot on the beach more than twice. So
there's still time yet. There's still time yet.
Yes, I will get to it.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed. So to everyone tonight, God bless you. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.
Be kind to each other. Bye-bye.
Bye.